Through today's show, we will continue our discussion on the currently hot issue of immigration. This show is part 2. What is one reason you can think of that makes people feel that illegal immigration is a serious problem in the U.S.? Do you think it actually is a serious problem, or do you think politicians are just using this as an election year tactic? Are people actually concerned about this issue?
I think this has been an issue for many, many years, and I really do think politicians are using it as a tactic in order to get more votes, to rile up the people, to see who'd be for or against immigrants being in the U.S.
Personally, I feel that there are many problems, and that it's a very big issue, and people are taking it into account about how many illegal immigrants we do have. And I think we're just really trying to fix a problem of people possibly not paying taxes, or they are paying taxes and they aren't getting anything back, or it's basically we're just trying to figure out what's fair right now. And personally, I don't feel that it's a big issue when it comes to election year. I think that we just finally realized what our problem is, and now we're trying to fix it. It is assumed that illegal immigrants accept lower wages for work that illegal residents or citizens of the U.S. would not accept. Think about the type of work that many people associate with immigrant labor. What are some of the types of work you've seen immigrants doing and do you think paying them cheaper wages for that work is fair?
No, I don't think that American citizens would actually do the same jobs that immigrants do for the same amount of money. I think that they're going to ask for more money because they're harder jobs. When they're looking for jobs that pay more, that involve less work, they're thinking, well, if I'm going to do more work, then I'm going to get paid more. So they're going to have to charge more, and items and pricing will go up.
I feel that American citizens, being that we already have people on that are willing to work for lower wages and doing the dirtier jobs, Americans have that luxury. So if it's taken away from us, what we're probably going to end up doing is, because we don't want to do the dirty jobs, is to actually bring in people from other countries to do it. Because most Americans, even now, even though they can do the dirty jobs and still get paid higher, many Americans still don't want to do that. Many Americans are still at the top of the pyramid, trying to be lawyers and doctors, and we strongly achieve for whatever the higher wage is. So if we were to lose all of our immigrants, we would basically be out of luck and probably end up having to bring other immigrants in to do that job for us. How about we create a hypothetical situation? Let's say that tomorrow there were no more illegal immigrants in the U.S. to work any of the jobs that they have been working. What effect do you think this would have on our economy and on the things you and I normally buy or
business get shut down, and our economy would crash, because most businesses are run by immigrants, and without them we wouldn't have anyone to do the hard labor, like construction, the janitorial, like Ashley said. There's just too many things that like Ashley said, it's like a pyramid. Our economy is like a pyramid. With taking too many of what we need out, I mean, the pyramid will just crash and fall.
America is like a pyramid in many ways. You have the doctors on the top. The people that have the higher paid, they get paid a lot at higher rates. And those are people like doctors and lawyers. And then in the middle of the pyramid, you have people like teachers who get paid less, but they deserve more. And then you have the people at the bottom who try to take care of all the people at the top. You've got the people who work at McDonald's and they feed us. You've got your janitors who clean up where you work. Basically, you have so many people that are under us. And if you're at the top of the pyramid, if you have all of these people working for you, and if suddenly that spot that person was in is empty, then everybody is going to fall. America would dive head first because we have so many immigrants on the lower levels of the pyramid. We've been hearing about the possible creation of an immigrant guest worker program. Do you think our nation would benefit if we allowed citizens of other countries to work as guests and pay taxes just like United States citizens? Or do you think this is a bad idea?
I think the guest worker program is good, and I think that if there were no more immigrants, we'd be getting money.
If we were to bring in people as to work, I think that would be a great idea. And there's two ways to look at this. If we needed immigrants to work, America could do one of two things: bring them in and let them live here for the rest of their families, as we're pretty much doing right now, or let them have, say, weekend pass to do while they're working and then go back to their homes in Mexico or wherever it is that they're an immigrant from. I feel that if they're going to pay taxes, they should be a full-time resident here, but if they're only going to be temporary, as most companies would need them to go back and live at their house, if their home is wherever they're an immigrant from, then they shouldn't have to pay taxes because they're only temporary U.S. citizens.